Okay, here we go. This is my 64 Ford Galaxy. As you can see, there's a few little paint issues, and like little pieces of flake of the paint came off, and little tiny bits of rust. But the car is basically rust-free, other than, like I said, little minor things in the paint. Here's the scratch on the passenger side. It's a little tiny dent, but it's not a penetration. A little tiny dent there, and then a scratch right here. And then, like I said, like a little bit of rust where the paint is flaking off, but that's still solid metal. It's not major rust damage. On this side also, I had a flat tire, and as you can see, I had some pretty good sized rims for this car. I think they're 20 inches. And when I had the flat tire, the fender came down on the tire, and so this is kind of bent up a little bit. But if you look, it didn't do anything to the actual fender itself. It just pushed up that little lip. So when it goes in for paint, they can easily pull that back down. Again, little tiny things like this right here is like a little bit, it's like just surface rust where the paint flaked at right there. And then the dent on this side. Okay, this is the driver's side, and if you can see, there's a dent right there. This is from the dolly when I towed the car back from Texas, and the dolly dented in the bottom of the rocker panel right there, and it pulled off the trim. That's why it's yellow down here. It pulled the trim off, but you see, luckily, it didn't touch the door at all. And so it doesn't do anything with the door. Yeah, and then like the windshield is cracked. I got a quote from AAA Auto Glass. It's going to be like maybe $450 to replace that windshield, but it is available. Paint on this car probably about $2,500. Windshield about $5,000. I came down $2,000 off the price. The interior, I tried my hand at hand stitching it, but the material that I used started to fade. But this is all like I hand stitched it. But you can get the replacement at Dearborn Classics. I'll throw in the catalog. You can get the replacement for all the interior. I think like maybe $1,200, including carpet, new dash pad. Not this kind, but the actual cap that goes over the dash pad. This car has been sitting for about a year. I kid you not, a year. And I can get in it right now, and it will fire up. Let me show you the engine. Hang on one second. Okay. This is the engine. It's a 390. No light in here. It's a 390. I'm going to go ahead and fire that bad boy up for you. Let me get it where you can see it when it fires up. Okay, that's not good. Trying to find a spot where I can put this camera. Not going to be able to see it either. I'll just fire it up and bring the camera back over here. Hang on a second. Keys. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, also I replaced the ignition switch. I just can't get the bezel thing out of here, and so like the switch is down here. But all this thing, the case is back there still. I can't get the case out, but can you see it's spring loaded? And for some reason I can't get that spring to disengage to pull out the old one. But let's see. Boom. And And that's from sitting for a year. Hang on a second. Okay, that's my 390. It's beautiful. Let me rev it up a little bit. Like I said, the engine is strong. It's ready to hit the road, Jack. I'm gonna hate letting it go. This is my father's car. And, but, you know, things happen in your life, you gotta let things go, right? She's gonna make somebody very happy. Alright,